Hi everyone, welcome to this pick a card reading. So the topic for this pick a card is what changes and blessings are coming your way soon. So we have three groups, group 1, group 2 and group 3. The crystals are Ametrine, Jade for group 2 and Lepidolite for group 3. And the decks are, we have the Alice in Wonderland Oracle deck, we have the Oracle of Shadows and Light, and we have the Mermaid Oracle if you want to choose by deck. Before we get stuck in, just a few little announcements. We have basically personal readings you can book in the link in the description box below. For the foreseeable future, I am only offering live one-to-one sessions over Zoom and Instagram story readings, which is like one question and I'll answer that question, post it on my Instagram stories and tag you in it. So they're the only two readings I'm offering for the foreseeable future, mainly because I have two gorgeous new puppies and they need to be trained up. So I need some time to do that. And also, you know, with the quarantine situation, I want to use this time for my own reflection and healing as well. So that's what's going on for personal readings. Yep, check out my Instagram, twinflameguidance555. I post there twice daily. And like I said, if you want the Instagram stories reading, do make sure you follow me. What else? If you want more content from me, then check out my members area. So that's on my website. Again, the link is in the description box below. And basically there's 3 extra readings there a week. A Sunday, which is a weekly reading, and then we do one on a Wednesday, which is just general, whatever messages come through. And then on the Friday, I do a live for the members only in the Facebook group, which is then uploaded to the area as well. And in the Facebook group, in the Facebook Live, it's basically usually like an hour, but sometimes a little bit more. And if you've got any specific questions or stuff you want me to answer, then I'll do that in the live. There's also a guided meditation each week. There's a talk on anything that you guys suggest. There's mindfulness exercises for the week. And yeah, the Facebook community just for us all to connect. It's a really wonderful community as well. Really supportive. And we do lots of fun things in there to help raise vibrations. And all of that is £35 a month, which is, you know, really good value, guys. I also upload some yoga videos for you to do at home. Anyway, that is all the announcements. Let us start. So group 1, group 2 and group 3. Let us start with group 1. Move those decks to the side. Okay, group 1. If you chose group 1, you chose the Ametrine crystal. Ametrine is a combination of citrine and amethyst. So what changes and blessings are coming your way, group 1? Well, first of all, just looking at this crystal, this helps open your crown chakra and balance your solar plexus. It helps cleanse your auric field, so you're going to start feeling a lot more clearer. It helps release addictions and attachments. So perhaps, you know, you are going to be breaking free of some kind of attachment or addiction that's been keeping you stuck for some time. This could very well be about your diet as well and your health, because Ametrine is known to aid weight loss. And also it helps enhance mental clarity. So if you've been struggling to think straight, then it could very well be that over the next few months you start to be able to think a lot clearer. You're releasing toxicity, you're cleansing yourself, and you're balancing your masculine and feminine energies, because that is another property that Ametrine has. It's a very healing crystal. So it feels already, group 1, the main things that are going to be coming to you is like deep healing and balance. But let us see what the deck says. So group 1, what changes and blessings are coming your way? Such a curious dream. So I love this, returning to reality and coming home. So group 1, I do feel like you've been struggling with some kind of like depression or low self-esteem, or just not feeling 100% over the last few months. And that is going to change. There's going to be a big shift in your reality. You're going to see physical changes in your life, and this is going to be coming home to yourself. It could very well be that you start to look after yourself a lot more. I feel like, do you know what, people are going to start noticing you. It's like the more you come home to yourself, the more people are going to be like, oh wow, like you look really good today, or you know, you have a really good energy. Like you're going to be receiving a lot of compliments. You're going to be noticed. I feel like you've been very detached, group 1. You've been kind of living in a different reality. You know, perhaps you've been in the 5D a lot and you've not really been very grounded. So you're going to be becoming much more grounded. But this doesn't just happen by magic. Make sure you are putting the energy and the effort into grounding yourself, group 1, because it's really important. I'm getting that you do need to shift your perspective a little bit, and as you do that, you'll be able to return return home, you know, return to yourself. I feel like there's a lot of sadness, group one. There is like a lot of sadness here, like you've been struggling with something. And I feel like you've not been getting the kind of support that you needed. I feel like you've been keeping a lot of this within yourself. I'm getting group one, you've been waiting for answers. You've been waiting for clarity. And I feel like that's not come. Perhaps you've been waiting for some kind of closure around a relationship, for clarity around a situation, and it just hasn't come. You know, you've had to really just detach and heal without having that clarity. You know, you're having to find your own balance here, but you are doing it. I feel like there's going to be answers, group one. I think there's going to be some answers coming to you over the next few months, which is going to give you the clarity you need, help you move out of quite like a toxic cycle or a painful cycle that you have been stuck in. So that is going to be shifting. You're going to be creating your own happiness, which is something that you've been struggling with here. Sorry, Lena. Which is something that you've been struggling with here. You've been struggling to actually be happy and be abundant. I feel like you've been blocking your manifestations, or, you know, you've been blocking your abundance from coming to you, and that's going to shift. The more you ground yourself and the more you come home to yourself, there is going to be a lot of abundance coming your way. And I do really feel like there's something about masculine and feminine energies balancing for you that really is standing out to me. So this could be within, or it could be within a connection. So perhaps you and your divine counterpart, there's going to be a shift in that connection. But let us see. We'll get a bit more information about this. We have falling, the unknown, descent, momentum, and change. And we have impossible things, and this came out in reverse. So this is about working through disbelief, imaginative leaps, and fresh perspective. But the fact that that's in reverse, I really do feel like whatever seemed impossible, there was a situation here, group one, where you were like, I'm never going to get out of this. You were at, I'm getting rock bottom. You were at rock bottom. You were stuck. You were low. You could not get out of this energy. You could not shift yourself into a higher vibration for whatever reason. And that is changing. That is ending. You're going to be entering a period of perhaps the unknown. There's going to be a sense that, you know, you have to take a leap of faith here. I do feel like you're going to have to choose to walk away from a toxic cycle. This could be a relationship which you're being guided to detach from at this moment. And as you do that, as you manage to do that, it will create a big shift in your reality, in your life. And I do feel like you're going to start seeing results from this. I'm also getting believe in the impossible. I think you're blocking your abundance because you're not fully believing that it can happen. So, you know, the change is coming. It's like, look, whatever you think is impossible can appear in your reality. You just need to believe in it. You need to ground yourself. You need to come back to the real world. Stop daydreaming, you know, start bringing yourself back and start being more conscious of your thoughts as well, group one. If you can be more conscious of the thoughts you're having, then you will start to manifest a completely different reality for you. I'm getting that you are in control here. You choose whether or not to leave this cycle. You choose whether or not to leave like this toxic situation. And as you do that, there's going to be huge changes in your life. I'm getting that, you know, you're going to be discovering new horizons. So group one, hidden blessings and changes. I think you're going to get answers. That's the main thing that I'm getting, group one, is you're going to be getting answers. And these are big answers. You've been waiting for these answers for some time. I'm also getting a grandma coming through in spirit. So it could be that, you know, you've got a grandma who's in spirit, who's around you, who's going to be connecting with you, supporting you. This is either a grandma or a great grandma. It's someone who's in spirit, a really powerful lady who is around you, who's protecting you. I think the energy of this woman is like pushing you into new horizons, and she's asking you to take that leap of faith here. Group one, hidden blessings and changes. I'm getting wait and see, and it's like there's going to be something really good which appears in your reality, and it is going to be something that perhaps you didn't expect. I'm getting like a birthday surprise. I don't know if you've got a birthday coming up over the next few months and there's going to be like a really good surprise around that. Or, you know, this is the kind of energy I'm getting. Is that, yeah, you are going to be surprised. You can't go back to yesterday, but the first thing I'm drawn to here is the hawk. The hawk to me has been representing divine masculine energy for some time. I think you're going to experience a really positive shift in your relationships, in your connection with your divine counterpart. That's coming through. There's going to be a big change there. And also, be in the present moment. You're finally going to be coming back to reality. And group 1, for some reason, you've been lost for quite some time. I think you've spent months here living in a different place, not being in your present moment, struggling with work, struggling with your healing. There has been a real energy here of disruption in your life, a big tower moment which could have hit a few months ago, and you've not recovered from this. Well, the good news is that is changing, that is shifting. You are going to be healing and coming back to yourself. You are going to be in the present moment again. And I do feel that as you become in the present moment, there's going to be a shift around your relationships. I think, do you know what? Group 1, if you haven't already let your divine counterpart go, then it is time to do that, because I'm getting as soon as you can do that, as soon as you can let this person go, they will return. But it might take a little bit of time. It might take a couple of months. I do feel like 4 months or so, and then they will be able to return. But you have to let them go. You have to let this person be free. Do not hold on to them. Even energetically, you need to detach. If you can do that, then this will create a big shift in this connection. But like I said, it could be a few months. The number 4 is coming through really strong in this reading. Group 1. All must have prizes. I heard the Emperor returns and mortality. Trying to please everyone, and life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. Yeah, you're going to be living your life, group 1. I feel like as you let this divine counterpart go, there's going to be a shift in your whole life, in your situation. Your career is going to improve. You're going to be having like impossible things coming to reality. So your biggest dreams that you've been blocking because you've been holding on to someone here, to an unhealthy connection or situation, as you let that go, there's going to be big shifts. Those impossible things are going to start appearing in your reality. And I do believe here, you know, the Emperor returns, that's what I just heard, is that your counterpart is going to come back to you, and they're going to come back when they're ready to give you something. I'm being shown here, they're going to be giving you like a present, a gift, or like an offer here. But this comes, I want to say, like 4 to 6 months after you let them go. That's not going to be for everyone, but I do feel like 4 to 6 months after you let them go, they're going to be returning with some kind of offer. But the good thing is, I feel like you're finally ready to detach from this relationship so that it can transform. This connection is not going to change as long as you're holding on to it. As long as you are in this energy, as long as you are not transforming, this connection is not transforming either. It's only when you have the strength to let it go that it can go through these changes that it needs to go through. It can transform. And then I'm getting the two of you can fall in love again. I think when you do this, it creates a huge tower moment for your divine counterpart, and they then go through the transformation they need to go through so that they can be at your level and give you what you want. Both of you have some healing to do before you can be in a relationship, and the good news is that you are going to be doing that healing in your time apart. There might be a lot of nostalgia here, group 1, or maybe that's why you've been struggling to detach, because you've been like inundated with memories here. And I do see that shifting. I see you stopping living in the past and bringing yourself back to the present moment. And that's something which is so important, because you've been stuck in this situation for some time. Let me get one final card, group 1. Hidden blessings or changes coming your way. Yeah, I'm hearing, will you still love me? This person wants to be free right now, and they want you to love them regardless. This is about learning unconditional love and belong to your own dream. This is amazing. Okay, so yeah, group 1, you're going to be detaching from someone else so that you can live your own life, walk your own path, explore your own journey. This is about creating your life because you're finally ready to detach, to let go of those negative attachments. And this is what balances out the masculine and feminine energy. And it doesn't just balance it out, this is what unites it. When you can actually let the two of you be free to explore your own lessons, that is when you come into union. That is when there is a huge shift. Follow your own good advice. Group 1, you already know the advice here. You already know that you should be detaching, but maybe you've not done it yet. If you can do it, if you can follow the advice you would give other people, then you shift your reality, you shift this connection, and you start to create the life you want to live. Group 1, I really do feel like your whole world is going to be changing over these next few months. it is going to be hard. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, because, you know, bringing yourself back to the present moment and healing and grounding yourself, coming back to reality, that is hard. It's going to be a difficult transition for you, because you have been struggling with this for some time, but your transformation is coming. And as you transform, as you detach from your divine counterpart, you actually be able to kind of like nurture yourself, grow your own garden, you know, live your own life, create the reality you want to live. You will create a life that you want to live regardless of your divine counterpart. And when you do that, that is when I see them returning. I see this relationship transforming and becoming really, really healthy. But it's like when the Emperor returns, when this person comes back to you, I feel like you're not even going to care. Like, obviously you're going to care, but you're not going to be like upset with their absence anymore. You're going to be really like living your best life here. You know, you're not going to be holding on to this. They're going to return and you're going to be like, oh wow, amazing, we can build together now. We can combine what we've achieved individually. And yeah, you will be unifying this masculine and feminine energy. Okay, group 1, I love that reading. These are not meant to be like divine counterpart readings, but group 1, that's just the way that yours turned out. So let me know in the comments what resonated. If you want to buy any of the crystals, you can do so at crystalcaveonline.co.uk. The link is in the description box below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and the bell notification to be notified when I upload future videos. Okay, group 2. Group 2, if you pick Jade, then Jade is basically the stone of happiness and good luck. Jade, anything this touches, it just transforms, it becomes lucky, it works out for the best. And this is a very nurturing stone as well. So I do feel like you're going to be nurturing yourself, you're going to be experiencing some really good fortune here, and you're going to be really protected over the next few months. It could also be that you're making some new friends here, because for me, Jade is always a stone of friendship. So either you're making new friends, maybe you're finally like calling in your soul tribe, or it could just be that your friendships are strengthening. In particular, the friendship with yourself. I feel like you're going to be looking after yourself over the next few months. You're going to be a friend to yourself, kinder to yourself, more nurturing, and becoming way more self-sufficient. So if you've been struggling with self-sufficiency, maybe you've been relying on other people for money, for help, then I do see that shifting. Okay, group 2, let us see what is in your reading. So what hidden blessings or changes are coming your way? Ghosts of the past. The past returns for a time. Something or someone is coming back, and this time it's going to be lucky. I'm getting the mask is coming off. I don't know why these have turned into like relationship readings. Group 1 was like all about love in the end, but let us see. This might not be love. Yeah, this is basically, I feel like you're going to be taking your mask off. You're going to be becoming way more authentic. And I do feel like either friends or love from the past is going to be returning. But this time there's something lucky about it. There is something really, really lucky about this situation that's coming back round. What changes or blessings are coming your way? Okay, it's way too many. Okay, for many of you, this is about love. You've seen the signs already. You've seen the signs already. Someone who broke your heart, you broke their heart. There was some kind of breakup here. I feel like they are going to be returning over the next few months, and this time is going to be blessed with good luck. In other news, we have ancient wisdom here. Okay, your spiritual gifts are coming online over the next few months, group 2. You're really going to be becoming more intuitive, trusting your intuition. You're going through a spiritual awakening. I feel like you are ready to... You're ready to kind of like leave the past in the past for many of you. Although I do think there's going to be quite a few people actually coming back from the past. I'm seeing like a party of ghosts. So it's like all these people who you've got history with are going to be coming back round. You're resolving a lot of karmic lessons here. Okay, yeah, I'm getting the message through now. So basically, group 2, There's people here you've got a lot of unresolved past life karma with, and perhaps you've met them in this lifetime as well, and there's not been closure on those relationships or situations. So people who you have unfinished business with, people who you have especially a lot of past life karma to clear, they're going to be coming back round for closure, for this karmic lessons and cycles to end. You two really noisy every time I try and do a reading. Okay, so yeah, there's people who you've got past life karma with, and that is going to be cleared over the next few months. You're going to be able to release these soul contracts, and I feel like this is more than one person. This is not just one karmic partner. These are like friends that you've got maybe like disconnected from for years. They're going to be coming back round. There's a lot of closure happening over the next few months, and I feel like as all that completes, as all that happens, you're finally ready to actually live your life. You're finally ready to kind of be free of like all these ties to people. And I don't even feel like these are your energetic cords. I think these are cords that other people have attached to you, and it's been a little bit draining, and I'm sensing that those draining situations are coming to an end. You're going to be getting closure. You're going to be releasing those attachments, cutting cords with people from the past, and like freeing up yourself. Blessings and changes for group 2. Calm amid chaos. There's going to be a lot of people coming back here. I do feel like, you know, you're going to have to stay calm. You are going to be able to. I think there's been quite a few like lightning bolt moments in your life, group 2, recently, or there's going to be between now and June. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people coming back from the past, and you're going to have to stay quite calm. I think there's going to be chaos around you. But the blessings here and the changes is that you are finally grounded enough and healed enough to be able to manage this. The reason why this is happening now is because you're ready to stay calm, because you're ready. Yeah, look, you've done the healing. I do think there's going to be not just friends, but there's going to be exes. There's going to be people from the past who you have romantic connections to, and you've healed enough from these relationships to be able to do this in a calm manner. So if this is an ex from the past, and I'm getting divorce, broken engagement, there's something here where there was like a serious commitment which was broken, and you had to heal a lot because of this. I feel like this person is going to be coming back in here, but you're going to be grounded and calm enough to manage this situation. This is someone there's a lot of history with, and I feel like this has happened before, not just in this lifetime. You have a history with this person, like a lot of history, and being given like ancient times, ancient Rome, ancient Greece. Also, I don't know why they're telling me this, but I feel the need to share it with you. If you're struggling to heal from a breakup, you can do like past life regressions. I know when I went through a breakup with my like long-term partner who I was with for like 8.5, 9 years growing up, it was past life regression therapy, which really helped me heal, because it shows me like past lives, and I could see the patterns repeating, and as I saw that, I could finally let go and get the closure that I needed, because I accepted and understood that this was like a karmic lesson rather than actually like some disastrous event in my life, and I didn't understand why. I could see the pattern repeating, and as I saw that, I was able to let it go. So yeah, I don't know why, if you are struggling with that, then you might benefit from past life regression therapy. Okay, we have the Sea Beacon Fairy here, guidance, but where will it lead you? You're going to be receiving a lot of guidance from your ancestors here. I do sense that, you know, your spiritual gifts are really coming online. You're, like I said, becoming way more intuitive. I'm seeing like things like an egg cracking open here. I'm seeing sunlight coming in through the clouds. So it's like there might have been a big block around your spiritual gifts and abilities, and that's shifting. You're going to be receiving guidance, but you know, I was going to say you have to follow it, but then they shut me up straight away. So this is basically like, you're going to be receiving a lot of guidance. It is up to you what you do. You actually don't have to follow the guidance you receive. You know, sometimes when your spirit guides kind of encourage you to do something, you know, you might decide it's not for your highest good. You might decide that that is not what you want to do, and that's okay. Trust your intuition. I know, for example, my grandma always gives me her advice, Do I always follow it? No, because sometimes I feel like her advice is terrible. It is very much advice my grandma would have given if she was alive. And would I have listened to my grandma's advice when she was alive? Probably not, because sometimes her advice was genuinely terrible. She was a Leo. She was very impulsive, very much like sometimes like fuck the world. So yeah, I don't always follow her advice. I always trust myself above all else. So as your spiritual gifts become more online, you might notice that there's actually some conflicting advice coming to you. I'm getting trust yourself here. Yeah, you know, make sure that you do trust your intuition. Your guides are there to help you. They're basically like counselors, you know. They're there to kind of like give you some of their opinions, but ultimately it's up to you what you do. So the good thing is, group 2, is I feel you're going to be trusting your intuition above all else. You are going to be strengthening and developing your psychic abilities, but yeah, you're going to be trusting yourself. You're going to be following your own guidance and advice, which is really, really positive. From death comes rebirth. I really do feel like this is a relationship. I really do think that this is a relationship coming back together where you've both been through a huge rebirth. Do you know what it kind of feels? It kind of feels like group 2 is following on from group 1 here. Like this is what's next. Like group 2, it's like you've already let this person go and now they're going to be returning. There's going to be a rebirth in this connection because you've accepted the ending. You've accepted that this was over in some way or another. If this is love, then basically someone had a very distorted view in the past. Someone was not giving equally. This was like quite an unhealthy relationship because I feel like this other person had some kind of like intoxication. So they were like either drinking a lot or doing drugs or just like had some really unhealthy habits. And I think that's what this person's had to heal. Perhaps you have as well. You know, this could be you where you had some unhealthy habits which you need to heal or work through. And now there is going to be a rebirth. First of all, this rebirth comes from you. But I do sense that if this is love, then yeah, there is a rebirth in a connection here. Hidden blessings or changes for group 2. Death and the Maiden. Skeletons are coming out of a closet, guys. Invasion, boundaries violated, and dominance. So, group 2, I sense that this is someone who you've been with. In the past, this is how the relationship was. There wasn't healthy boundaries. It wasn't an equal give and take. I'm getting like an invasion of privacy. Did this person like check your phone? Did you check theirs? There was some kind of invasion of privacy in this connection. I feel like one person was very dominant. One person really ruled this relationship. They dictated what happened between you both. And then I feel like you were brave. I think you let this person go. You stepped out. You did your healing. You walked away from this. Well, they're returning. But I really do. I've got a good feeling about this. I don't know why. Obviously, you know, if this was a really toxic relationship, I'm not saying take it back. This person's going to be coming back, but you're going to have a choice here. I do feel like this person has changed and there's a lot of luck around this connection, but only you know if this is a good situation for you to be in. Some of you might decide, you know what? I'm finally healed enough to let this person go. They're going to come back and it's up to you whether you take them back or not. Either way, I'm getting it's time to be brave. So either it's time to be brave and let this person go for good, or it's time to be brave and maybe take a leap of faith on this connection. Maybe there has been a rebirth here. Like I said, only you will know. And follow your own guidance, group 2. Trust yourself. I know that if my ex came back, my grandma would definitely be like, fuck him. Don't do that again. But you know, maybe for me it feels right. So follow your own guidance. Okay, final message, group 2. Hidden blessings or changes. Love is strange. Yeah. Like I said, and this is on the bottom, we've got ghost people. This is a ghost of a past who is coming back. They have been through a healing time here. aloha healing. They have been through a healing time. This is ghosts from a past returning. More than one. You're going to have more than one person popping up here. This is not just going to be love as well. It could be family members. It could be old friends. You're closing out a lot of karmic contracts here. But love is strange. No one else around you has to understand your relationship. Only you do. Only you and perhaps this little monster here that you are in love with. Only the two of you need to know what's going on. It's no one else's business. Your life is your life to live. Your relationships are your relationships. A relationship is between two people, and that is the way it should be. There should not be other people getting involved in your relationships. It's not their business. So yeah, I do sense for some of you, love is strange. There's going to be someone coming back here, and perhaps everyone else is like, why are you doing this again? But there's been change. This person has changed. There's been a rebirth here. There's been a huge rebirth for this person in this connection, and perhaps a second chance. There's going to be the opportunity for that group too. It's up to you whether you take it or not. Either way, blessings and changes. This is all about revisiting the past, or the past revisiting you, more like. Okay, let us move on to group 3. Group 2, if you want to buy the crystals, you can do so at crystalcaveonline.co.uk. Link is in the description box below. If this reading resonated, do hit like and subscribe and click the bell notification to be turned on for future uploads. What are you two doing? What are you doing? Okay, group 3. So group 3, if you picked Lepidolite, then Lepidolite is the stone of transition. Group 3, your hidden blessings and changes is changes in your life. Things are shifting. You're transitioning from one phase of your life to another, and this is huge. Also, don't know why I'm being given pregnancy. So Lepidolite is a stone which can help with like an easy pregnancy, if there is such thing. So yeah, perhaps, you know, either you're pregnant or someone around you is pregnant. There's going to be a baby born into your family or in your friendship group, if that resonates. Also, this helps release old patterns and reorganize old patterns as well. So perhaps you're going through some kind of like mental restructure. You are sorting out your thoughts, sorting out your behaviors. I'm getting like a huge change in psychology, group 3. Your whole perspective is going to be shifting. You really are going to be changing your psychology here and doing a lot of emotional healing. So let us use the cards now, group 3. What hidden blessings or changes are coming your way? Farewell to the moon. Okay, so you're working with the moon cycles to start with, and I do feel like this is also about that emotional healing. Full moons, releases, new moons, you're going to experience new beginnings. You're tuning into the lunar cycles. You are doing a lot of deep healing, healing your feminine side, so healing your feminine energy. Perhaps I'm getting like healing ancestral patterns here. So group 3, perhaps you are healing the feminine line of your family. You know, there's been some kind of like toxic femininity, or I'm being given sexual trauma, so I'm just going to say it. Perhaps there's been some sexual trauma which runs down the feminine side of your family, group 3, and you are healing that, and you're going to heal that with the lunar cycles, with the moon. I'm getting face your shadows, group 3. You are going to be facing your shadows. You're going to be doing a lot of deep healing. And as you do this deep healing, you create huge changes and transitions here. This is big, group 3. Group 3, I feel like this is the biggest change out of all 3 groups so far, because I'm really getting that this is literally a chapter of your life coming to an end and a new chapter beginning. Maybe you're turning 40, or there's some kind of huge birthday coming up, like a pivotal point in your life. It doesn't have to be a birthday, but it might be. Lemuria returns, and look, she's pregnant. I feel for many of you, either you're giving birth or someone around you is giving birth, and this doesn't have to be like an actual pregnancy. It could very well be that this is like new ideas, birthing a new reality. It doesn't have to represent a baby. It could just be that, you know, you've been experiencing huge changes and you're finally ready to birth a new life, either literally with a baby or your own new life. you're going to be connecting quite a lot with like earth magic, group 3. I don't know why I'm seeing like you're connecting with Mother Earth. It's like the feminine ancestral healing that's going on. You're healing your own femininity. You're becoming more feminine. I feel like you've had a real block to your femininity, group 3. And that is shifting. You're going to be kind of coming out of the dark here, embracing more of yourself, more of your femininity. I just heard, why don't you love yourself? Group 3, why don't you love yourself? You know, yeah, I really feel like someone is now asking you to, do you know what, really work on self-love, nurture yourself, love yourself, mother yourself, group 3. Perhaps you didn't have a great relationship with your mother. You know, you need to look after yourself. There's some inner child work here, group 3. So the hidden blessings and changes, this is really, really deep emotional healing. It's something you've been resisting for some time, because I just heard, don't make me do it. This is healing that you know you've had to do for some time. And I feel like, yeah, you're finally being told, right, now is the time to do this. If you want to transition to the next chapter of your life, you've got to do this healing work. Okay, we have I can't even say it, conchomancy, which is all about working with seashells, magic. This is divination. I feel like you are connecting with your guides. Your guides are coming through here. There's a lot of healing going on. I'm getting you're going to start hearing messages from your guides. So your clairaudient abilities are going to be strengthening. You're going to start to receive messages, maybe through your dreams, or just whilst you're like going about your day. I feel like you're going to hear things in your head and you're not going to be quite sure where these come from. Well, these are messages from your guides. Fertility. There's a lot of indication about pregnancy. If you're not pregnant, then this is just a new life being born. But I think for some of you, there's a baby on the way, either for you or someone in your family. If you don't want to get pregnant, make sure you're using contraception, because you're very fertile, group 3. You could be finding out you're pregnant as well. But this is potential. This is saying, group 3, the big change is coming is that you're being given a lot of potential here to have a new reality, to have a new beginning, a fresh start. I'm also getting embrace your creativity, group 3. I feel like you could become a lot more creative over the next few months. I'm getting make money from this creativity. So perhaps you're going to do something creative, which is going to bring in some kind of abundance or financial reward as well. You're going to be letting go of some parts of yourself which you want to let go of, group 3. I feel like what I'm seeing here is, it's like, you know, like the Viking funerals where they like set them on fire and like put them out to sea. That's what I'm seeing. It's like you're finally going to be really saying goodbye to some parts of yourself, or perhaps like your ancestral healing. You're going to really be saying goodbye to these for good. And we have sanctuary. Finally, you've got peace. I'm getting peace of mind and peace of heart. So there's a lot of peace coming over the next few months for you. Again, I feel like this is quite lucky. I don't know why I'm being given like, you've got luck on your side whilst you do this healing. You're going to be getting some really clear boundaries, group 3. You're going to be having boundaries in your relationship, finally taking the time out for you. Perhaps you've got loved ones or friends who always take up your energy, always in your space. You don't have good boundaries with them, and that's shifting. You're going to be like, do you know what, I'm locking myself away. This quarantine situation for you guys, group 3, is huge. This is like giving you the opportunity to have the space you've needed for quite some time. For some of you, either you live on your own and you finally allowed to have your own space. If you live with other people, then this is the opportunity for you to have those boundaries and be like, no, this isn't healthy. I want time for me. Give me space. So even if you're stuck in an environment with other people, I feel like you're going to be working on your boundaries here. Hidden blessings or changes, group 3. I'm being given look up. So it's like, you're going to stop looking down at the ground. You're going to start looking up. You're going to be more optimistic. You're going to have more belief in yourself. keep going, endurance. Yeah, this might be a challenging few months, I'm not gonna lie, group 3, because whenever you go through a big life transition like this, it's going to be painful, especially, you know, the way I'm seeing you're going to have to heal and you're going to be letting go of huge parts of yourself. It might not be easy, but, you know, keep going, do not give up. You've got luck on your side. I'm getting the current is flowing with you. So you're being encouraged, you're being pushed in the right direction. Surrender, let your guides take you where you're meant to go, because you are going to end up exactly where you're meant to be. Do not give up. That is the main thing here. Do not give up, group 3, because once you've been through this, you won't have to go through this again. This is like a one-time thing. If you can do this healing, you will transition to just the next chapter of your life. You won't have to revisit this chapter. Also, work with the moon cycles when you're doing your healing, because if you can work with the moon, then you will just have like that extra energy kind of on your side. You know, if you can try and release with a full moon, you're using the cosmic energies. You know, you're really working with nature and with the universe. Let's get one final message, group 3, for hidden blessings and changes coming to your life. Coral's wisdom. Works that are created over great periods of time. Yeah, you're setting the stone here. I'm being guided to get one more. Reflections, what you contemplate can actualize. So you're being given huge opportunity here. So this is saying that, you know, you've been like working on this for a long time. This has all been building up within you, and this is the time to do great work. If you can also do this when you have the opportunity to create something great for yourself, this is setting the foundation for the next chapter of your life. And I'm being given decades. This is setting the foundation for the next decade of your life. New jobs, new opportunities, new you, new friendship groups. Everything is going to change in your life once you go through this period. And this is your time of contemplation. Over the next few months, you're going to be contemplating, and then you're going to be making this into a reality. This is all about self. Group 3, I'm really getting, this is about yourself, your journey, your healing. This is not about anyone else in your life. In fact, it's about having boundaries with other people in your life, taking that time for yourself, creating that personal space, having alone time. This is not about love. This is not about a divine counterpart. This is about you, your journey, and your healing. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. If the messages resonated, do hit like. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click the bell notification to be turned on for have notifications turned on for future uploads. And if you want to buy any of the crystals, you can do so at crystalcaveonline.co.uk. The link is in the description box below. I know for Lepidolite, we have some gorgeous spheres, which I have one in my bedroom because it helps me work through my dreams. So yeah, there are the messages. Do let me know what resonated. Sending you all so much love and light.